It's starting. Knife round is finally starting. Talos Alpha versus SEMIPROS on the first map. Last game of the season. This is gonna be exciting.
Yeah, I agree.
One player from SEMIPROS is already close up, gets killed by Synchro.
Mid is still in T-base, catching up.
Another kill for Talos Alpha.
2 man's advantage, 3 man, 4 man advantage. I mean,
3-man
Three.
advantage.
yeah.
And Talos Alpha gets the last kill on Calimero.
Do you think, I mean, let's not assume, is it the city preferred by Talos Alpha?
I would think Talos Alpha rather prefers the T because they have a rather aggressive playstyle, from my experience. I'm not sure.
They would want to have the advantage in early games, so they
Yeah,
keep
definitely.
their morale up.
So I think Talos Alpha will stay, but we still gotta see.
Oh, now it's taking even longer.
Yeah, there's no end of the waiting inside. 20 minutes after the game should have started. We are still... Has Talos decided? No, they haven't decided yet where I want to end up. No, it's Talos. The only thing we could talk right now is would be talking out of our ass, I think. So...
Out of what?
Out of our asses.
Yeah, basically any conversation will do. I don't know. The only reason I might think they decide, but this is not a decision like that. I had some experiences in a past LAN tournament that I attended, my own team that I formed just for that LAN. We actually had a similar situation on a server like this. Basically, we waited for so long, but not for the knife round. We waited for the map pick after the bans. And basically, after the first round, we played Mirage. After the first game, we played Mirage, and then the second game, we had the map to choose. And we waited like 5 or 7 minutes. We discussed about what map we should play.
Holy shit, that's a long time to discuss something.
Yeah, but basically we got to an agreement that we wouldn't play the most played maps because we knew that if we pick Cache or Dust 2 or other map that is played most of the times, they would have tactics on it. Because on Mirage they won because they had better synergy and better team play.
Yeah.
So we actually decided for a gamble and we picked the second map, Overpass.
Okay. And did you win it?
Yes, because we played matchmaking style, and they
okay.
Yeah, we had the advantage.
It's starting.
Of being better.
Talos Alpha is staying. How I suspected it. Finally, Talos Alpha is ready now. Now only SEMIPROS has to be ready, and they are ready.
They are ready.
The match is starting. 3, 2, 1, and we're live. Talos Alpha on the T side, SEMIPROS on the CT side.
I feel like we're gonna see a fast play towards B.
Oh, yeah, matches has bought some utility. They don't... Yeah, other than that, everyone has armor.
They are stacking B as well. The SEMIPROS are putting pressure onto B. They might have a knowledge. of this happening.
They have been spotted. I think a fast rotate will come in now. First pick.
The first entry from Prit with the cross angle, taking Dax out.
2 versus 3 now, 1 on short, 1 on side. All the rotates are coming in now from SEMIPROS.
Mash with the trade.
Only
Peter
Ghost
with
left.
The kill on short.
That's
And
gonna be
now
close.
in a
He's tapping the
1v1,
bomb. He doesn't
Ace
know that
has
he has
a
a
defuse
kit.
kit.
And he gets a defuse.
But
1
Ghost
to
with the
0
last
for SEMIPROS. It was hard to know from Ghost that he has a kit. So it was kind of a gamble from him to sneak and not go in aggressive to the side.
It was a gamble, and in that type of situation when you're playing against a city that tap the defuse and you don't have the info, you wouldn't want to push.
Yeah, especially as you might expect that they don't have a kit in the first round. Or did not pick it up.
Calimero with 3 frags, and it goes down to Synchro.
Ghost now crossing. He could get away from the scout as he was in the same moment throwing a flash. Only Synchro left on side, bomb not close to him.
Prit is trying to find an angle and have an angle towards...
But Synchro falls to Prit. 2 kills by Synchro. Talos Alpha is able to afford an AWP. It looks like it's glass cannon. Ghost has been recently very strong in the AWP, so that might make a big difference. Looks like he's setting up for a quick ramp peek, doesn't get it. Sees Calimero on stairs and gets the frag.
That should put them into an advantage, opening up mid at least, forcing them to rotate onto A and stack onto B. They
Looks like though they're setting up for an A execute now. Mid is clear though.
Yes, but the city side doesn't have the info yet.
Ace is rotating towards jungle. He is kind of suspecting it. Maybe because they didn't see any action.
He's trying to get info from mid. In the moment the smokes are out from ramp, they will know, and they will already have 3 people ready to intercept A. Ace knows nobody's on mid, so they have the info, and they have the info that Ace...
Talos going in with the execute now. Smith is spotted by Preddy. Dex gets a refrag on Preddy. Synchro gets a frag on jungle. Now it's a 2 versus 4 for Talos Alpha.
Prit is rather paranoid to jungle, but they didn't push. They had a teammate on jungle. They couldn't get in jungle so fast. Now they are playing post-plant positions, and they are not showing and not giving info.
Bomb is smoked. Synchro gets the first frag.
And
he gets the second.
Follow-up.
Synchro's doing good with his kills right now. On the top of the scoreboard with 5 frags. Ghost following him.
This is the round that forces the city side to have a force buy, but it's not that good. They are leaving only 1 person on mid.
Ace is watching short close.
Ace might have took the info from apps. Somebody slashed the knife into the wall while he was pushing on short. Everybody's playing passive. They are not trying to get much info. They have only...
Looks like Talos Alpha is trying to go for a first pick and then decide where they want to go.
Yes,
Bomb is going
Calimero
towards
is the
mid
only
though.
one that took the info. They are gonna rotate towards B because of that. They know they don't have ramp control, and they are back towards mid and B.
Talos knows that. Synchro's still baiting him. He gets a frag on Calimero.
But they are
they're moving
still
towards B.
going towards B.
I don't know
They
why
have
they
the
do
first
that.
frag from A pushed. They gave the info. But still, Dex with the entries on B side.
Ooh, interesting. Ace did not kill him. He's trying to go for a ninja, apparently. Gets one frag, but Dex gets the refrag on Ace again.
I don't think Ace proceeded well. Like, if the guy is planting, go for the people that are wide open. Get 2 frags like that. Kill the one that has the gun out and then kill the planter. Even if the bomb gets planted. Now it's a force buy, but I don't see any armors. So it's just pistol buy for the city side. Next round they will be able to buy.
Talos Alpha has to be careful though that they don't get rushed.
Pretty's playing aggressive on B-ups, getting the info early on, trying to flank or be close to flanking when they push towards A. The way Talos is spread and they are holding every angle, we have one person on B-ups holding the angle, we have one person on mid holding the push and the info. One on ramp and 2 palace. It's going to be a split A.
Dex mulling into apps though. It's weird that there's no aggressive plays from SEMIPROS if they even have the weapons for the aggressive plays right now. With the weapons they have, they won't be able to defend the site as well.
They want to play for the they want to play for the stack. They want to make them rush into a stack of people. They don't want to lose people to nothing. And they know, they rotated 3 people into B. They know after they saw them on A, Talos, that they rotated.
Simple drop down on A.
Ace
Ooh.
with the kill on A, and now they are rushing. Talos Alpha is rushing into
Reed
a
gets
B
one.
stack.
Almost able to get the second one. 3 versus 3 now.
Ghost helping the planter not to get killed. And now in a 3v2. This can be actually pretty difficult, and it can be a nice chance for the city side to get exit frags. Everybody's low in the T side, so I assume if they exit city, but they won't, yeah.
Yeah, they know probably that the last players were on A. So it would be just a risk for them to exit through city and give them any guns, any additional guns to
They
the
know
AK.
already Ace has an AK from Synchro dying on A.
Some of the sounds are currently bugging for me, like for example the explosion sound I did not hear. That's kind of weird.
It might be the problem with the FPSs.
Now SEMIPROS has a full buy again. They don't have an op though.
And it seems Talos Alpha puts some pressure on mid and tries to get mid control. We have 2 people on catwalk and 1 under window.
They already have given the map control, because as you can see, mid is not contested at all. 2 people are contesting ramp. 1 person is kind of contesting city, and 2 people are heavily contesting apps. There might be now a frag on Dex. He does not know, as far as I know, that 2 people are on apps.
The guys on ramp are taking control and they are taking the info. That's nobody on ramp.
But Ghost is on ramp. If they just extend a bit further, they walk into his crosshair, and he fails the shot. Gets shot down low. Gets flashed in, and Ghost dies to Preddy. They lose the op. Synchro gets a late refrag, but walks into the op. Second op kill. Mesh gets the refrag, 2 versus 3 now, and Mesh is very low at 11 HP.
The problem with these kinds of plays is you don't get enough time to do anything. Prit with the kill through the smoke and the peek through the smoke, finishing them off. The problem with those slow plays is you don't give yourself room for error. If you have 20 seconds when you push the A site, you need to make sure that A site is clear and you can get the plant without worrying about 3 people pushing onto you.
The issue for Talos right now was they did not expect them to overextend that much on A. Or to extend that much on A.
The problem was that they gave they had mid control and they gave up because of that control over A and B. Like, you need to have the info that they are pushing ramp. Now Dex with the entry frag on ups, and Mash.
Mesh gets the second frag in mid, but Calimero gets the refrag on Smith.
This is actually a 4v3, so they are rotating towards B.
It looks like Calimero is also kind of rotating towards B, maybe mid.
I think Calimero is afraid of people being into short because they didn't have info on mid, and they don't know if somebody is in window or ladder.
Freddy is close ramp again, which gives him a lot of info.
Yes, but I don't think he's gonna aggress. He's too like in a 4v3 you don't aggress alone. Yes, Calimero is gonna be the fast rotation into kitchen, but
Ghost expected him and gets a frag.
Now it's a 1v3. I expect Preddy to save.
Yeah, it's really the only viable thing. Maybe go for an exit, but that would also be kind of risky. And yeah, it looks like he's saving.
He actually might go into the TV room and wait them or not.
Yeah, it looks like he's lingering on ramp.
Yeah. He wants to make sure that he gets the AK into the next round. And to be honest, with that kind of money, you would want to get the AK into the next round instead of dying, even if... Oh no!
Wait,
Mid died? Or Synchro? I think Synchro died.
No, Smith, he just had to rebuy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That was
He died to the
unfortunate for
bomb.
them.
He was too close in ups. Now we're gonna see a fast B play. We have one from the city side pushed underground. Or not? Did he jump? He made the jump on mid. Like, Prit jumped from window into short B. Now they are gonna contest mid and they are gonna try to get some info.
But Ghost gets a frag on beater. Smith still holding a close angle. Freed is trying to extend. He now has the info. 2 people are contesting mid. No, they're falling back.
They are falling back. Basically,
he's re-smoking window now.
So, right now they are taking mid control, Talos Alpha. They are gonna get contested from connector and from triple box. Not sure of it.
Calimero tried to contest, but Smith gets a frag on him. Freddy is now
down
8
to 8
HP.
HP.
Ooh. Freddy gets the frag, Preet gets 2 frags on Talos Alpha, and SEMIPROS wins the first buy.
That's a weird round to lose from Talos Alpha. They didn't read it quite good, and they went for mid instead of going into short or having more time spent on mid getting the info where are they playing on A. They just rushed into connector and they got flanked from more sides that they can
What I think was the original plan was just to get some connector control, but as he easily got the first frag, I think they then decided to just go A because they expected only 2 people to be there and 1 was just killed. That's my view on it.
Yeah, but when the first kill rise onto connector, the city side put up already 1 player from kitchen into rotation towards jungle. And they are gonna push towards the smoke. Calimero with 2 frags.
But gets shot down by Smith. Ace gets a frag on Mesh. Only Ghost is left with the AWP.
Ghost in a 1v2.
Ghost misses the shot on Connector. Expects him to be CT. Pre-extends so and gets the kill on Ghost. 5 to 4 for SEMIPROS. SEMIPROS was able to take a lot of rounds back right now.
Now Talos Alpha is forced into a full eco. We're gonna see a fast B. Or not.
Looks like they first want to get mid control though. So they're sure they're not put from short.
Yes.
Beta is extending with the AWP though. Gets the kill on Ghost.
He's confident enough, but he's gonna get catched by Mash from underground.
B is being smoked. It looks like they're going underground to B, or at least standing up for it.
SEMIPROS have already one player into the T side, into flank. I think Smith should have heard the guy flanking from. Yes. And he gets the frag. Basically, they are in such a weird position. They are open from every angle, from connector, from mid. They have to guess right now.
Yes.
They don't know if the guy that pushed was from A or from B. They have mid control. They have to guess. They have to push aside. 40 seconds left. If they manage to get the kill on short right now on the guy on car, on Prit, it's gonna be
here's
easier.
the people on short rush and go. Gets the first frag. Gets the second. Smith is
And
able
then
to shut him
Smith
down. 2
refrags.
versus 2 now. Talos doesn't have any armor. That makes it kind of hard for them.
But this is wonderful, being able to do this in a round that you had only Glocks. This is really painful for the economy of the city side.
Mesh is down to 4 HP, has the AWP. He's being circled by both players and gets shot down by Calimero. They got a plant though, which is pretty good for a pest round. And they got 3 frags, which...
Yes, it was a Glock round.
Yeah. 6 to 4 for SEMIPROS now. Talos is able to buy. Ghost is being dropped. The AWP. Looks like... No, he's not going for the ramp peak. What is he doing?
They are aggressing ramp again.
And Dex gets the first
Dex
frag.
gets the first frag, the second frag. And now they can move on to a fast play on A. They are rotating, the city side is rotating.
And Beta misses the shot. That was
It
really
was a bad call
groundbreaking
to
for him.
repeak. It was a bad call to repeak. Prit tries to pre-fire the bomb.
He even gets 50 HP on Smith. 30 more. Smith down to 30 HP. Ace tries to shoot Ghost. Ghost low as well. And Preet is extending to the
The
side.
way Talos has the patience not to pick, not to engage, just to wait. They know, they play the numbers perfectly.
Yeah.
Like the patience Synchro had on site. Not Synchro, Smith had on site, standing in the smoke, waiting for the guy in CT to push past him.
Ooh, SEMIPROS is going for a full force buy. It seems like 3
They're gonna
CZ,
have
1 AWP and 1 M4. That's an interesting buy. So
and
I think
somebody's
they
pick
won't do,
underground.
I think they won't do a default with that buy. They probably will do something else.
Whose smoke was that?
I did not see it. It seems like it was SEMIPROS smoke though.
Yeah.
And Ghost gets
Ghost
the kill on
with a
Ace
flick.
as he's jumping up.
Pretty's gonna try to front, but Mash is aware of that, and still. He wasn't really aware, like the timings were weird.
That was a nice shot from Ghost.
But this is just greediness in play. It was a 4v4. It shouldn't have peaked anymore.
Definitely, yeah. He seems like a very lucky but also very greedy player.
Because they had 2 weapons and 1 CZ and 2 CZs. They could, like, he could just fall back and have an angle for his teammates. Now they are split all over the map, more towards A, jungle and close ramp, close palace, on the catwalk.
Talos is slowly extending on outward to A. Kelly mollying
The molly
him,
comes out,
and Ghost
but
gets a
Ghost
frag.
gets the kill.
He almost got killed there in the molly though. The auto director seems to be kind of bugging right now.
And Bitter, I think he's gonna save the op.
Yeah, definitely. There will be a huge monetary loss if he doesn't save the op now.
I don't think Talos Alpha has the info that he's saving an op. And that could be really challenging in the next round because they won't expect anyone to have an op. Because
Did they see the op though? I don't think they
from,
saw it, right?
From what they've seen an M4 and CZ. So they don't know what
Indeed,
Bitter
it's gonna
has
be
saved.
interesting, yeah.
That op is gonna make the difference because they will expect the full eco right now, and that op, if he manages to get 2 frags, they can bring it back. It's a fast B, and the op is on mid. The op is in jungle watching Palace.
So right now they're gambling really on mid that it's that they're gonna push mid.
And Talos Alpha are gonna rush into one guy on B, and that's it.
Now the op will be on short though, and they don't know that.
Peter is holding the angle from kitchen, so right now if they pick kitchen and they die to the op, they are gonna be really afraid because they don't know what weapons have the other guys have.
They saw one guy only with a pistol though.
The mind games. So basically, Peter tries to position himself.
But
and
Ghost
loses
gets
the
a frag on
fight.
him. So the op was mostly useless for this round. We speculated so much about it.
Yeah, that's incredible because I didn't expect for that shot, to be honest. I mean, having the angle, it should be easier for you to, as a CT in that position, to just... Like, he was already ready with the crosshair in the position.
Ghost with 17 and 5 right now. Ghost really has a great game for himself right now.
Indeed. Peter left the op and he's holding mid, taking mid info with an M4. Again, they are giving up mid control. They are letting
Priest holding the pixel angle, gets a wallbang, it seems like, on Dex. But Dex is falling back now, he knows better.
Mash with the entry on A.
Did he do a window boost or did he go with short?
No, he jumped from short.
Oh, okay.
That's why it was weird, because Peter already was inside window, so he should have heard.
Yeah. Ace gets a refrag on Synchro. Pop is 3 now.
Mash knows he's gonna come ladder, and he's holding the angle.
Has been spotted and Mesh gets a frag on Ace. Only Preet left with the AWP. He is on B side. Dex lurking on B side. And he's able to shut down the AWP.
Jumping up, Cold Zero fashion. Too bad it
This
doesn't
time
pays off.
not working though.
Yeah.
Well,
This is
not
the
everyone can
last
get a
round.
graffiti.
Last round from the first half. This is gonna be hard for semi-pros to get back into it. this round they have a fourth round. They are trying to get mid control again. Nobody's pushing pressure onto mid. They are still playing it passive. If they don't get the info about where Talos is, see, the problem with this tactic is they put 3 people in mid and 2 on B. They don't have any info on A.
Yeah, definitely. I have some pimp rounds right now again. Hopefully stream will be fine.
Entry for Dex, smash with the second, and the refrag from Dex on crit. Dex is kind of overzealous. He almost opened Freddy with the play.
Holy shit. That turned
Freddy
on
with the play.
way different than I expected.
He has the bomb. He has the angle. Ghost has to guess where he is.
And now Preddy has info on Ghost.
Yeah, but the problem is Preddy has a good position for both kind of plays. If Ghost jumps on the window, he gets the info.
When Ghost gets the frag on Preddy! Unbelievable!
Ghost, incredible. Ghost is on top of his game today.
He's fucking on fire right now.
I mean, yeah, you could say he's hot.
18 and 5.
That's some stats.
I did not
Alright.
believe it. Like, there was.
Me neither. I didn't expect like all the advantages were to
Yeah,
Beater, to Preddy. Sorry.
I really saw it turn out in favor for Preddy. Looks like Talos is doing an aggressive B setup right now. They're pushing underpass. Sunko gets 2 frags. And now 2
Synchro
people will
with
come
the
from
two,
behind.
2 taps.
Third
And
frag.
the third.
Will he get the ace? No, he dies to Calimero. No, only Beta is left behind an abs. He's going away with the bomb.
But we already have seen the possibility of getting like killed in an instant, and right now the most important thing that Bitter should do is get the plant. If he can manage to get the plant, and the way Smith is positioned,
Yeah, only with 8 HP in the strong position Smith was, he didn't really have a chance.
if nobody from Talos Alpha would have came from City, then he could have got the plant on default. Like, just rush for the plant and just stick it. It's too long of a way from stairs to peak default. We see a fast mid from SEMIPROS.
Mesh has the action
got
connector
the
though.
info.
He's able to get 1 frag. Calimero shuts him down though.
But they already have the refrags. They are already ready.
Action
for
is
them
happening
connected.
right now too fast to actually comment it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really see what's happening. People are aware of them pushing. Oh god.
That was really risky.
I don't know, it was risky, but Ace shouldn't have missed those shots.
Yeah,
At least not the first shot.
especially as nobody was having vision on him.
Yeah, I think somebody saw him from connector, but I'm not really sure. What are they doing? They are knifing each other. This is not Facey, this is not the SCA. You can't be bringing knives.
Mesh is able to shut down 2. I wonder how Ghost is not dead yet.
Again, the same tactic.
How
They
did
had
Ghost
their
not
refresh.
die in window? I have no fucking clue.
The crossfire was on. Again, they SEMIPROS pushed connector. They were shot at from short, from window, from ticket booth, and from connector. Like, there's not a chance into pushing connector like that when the Talos Alpha is having the crossfires like that.
Definitely.
At this point, they are just rushing. If you saw the difference between the first half and now, they are not paying any time on anything, getting the info,
Yeah.
patiently waiting, or
It's kind of successful for them right now, though.
yeah. This is a fast tactic, and that
Talos
was a
was kind
jump
of
shot.
overwhelmed.
That was a jump shot on the new box in CT.
Yeah, no, the bad one.
That was weird. So basically this will reset Talos Alpha. This is the third round. This is gonna reset them, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard for them. Like, it's gonna be, if they don't win like a miraculous pistol round like they did in the first half, then the score is probably going towards 12-9. Okay, Preddy.
Okay, yeah, Talos won't force, I would think.
No, there's no reason to, because they can buy next round, so they are gonna have only some deals and maybe armor without head.
Mesh won't have the best buy, but still, it will be a good team buy in total. Oh, Beta gets a frag on Synchro.
They are rushing connector again. Connector will ramp.
There was a fucking fast play again, and Talos Alpha is shut down again. 9-12 for SEMIPROS now. No, 8-12, I'm sorry.
I think SEMIPROS just realized that slow plays give the time to Talos Alpha to position themselves, to have them prepared for a push on mid. So they try to take advantage and they try to push real fast and don't give time for reaction. They are committed. Like, if you see, they are all 5 on ramp. They don't even go in palace. Like, they are gonna throw the smokes and they are just gonna explode on A.
It seems right now Talos has kind of a hard time countering those explosion strats.
It's really no way you could actually counter that, and it seems SEMIPROS are overextending. It's a 5v4 retake, and two of Talos Alpha are in palace, ready to flank. Immediately when people will pick from city, people will pick from palace as well.
No, it's a 2 versus 3.
Here comes palace.
2 versus 1. Yeah, they definitely extended way too much. Both watching stairs gets shut down by Calimero, 1 versus 1. And the bomb is defused by Mesh. Mesh gets killed by Calimero though.
So basically they got into a weird situation when Ace died in CT in a 5v5 retake, and he died in CT with people on flank and people on CT. That just put
Talos has still a bad buy right now though. Like, it's not really a...
Okay, Ghost with a headshot on top mid with the scout from window. That's a way to start the round with a bad buy.
Definitely.
And again, this Talos Alpha should be aware that this is gonna be a fast connector rush again, based on the last rounds, and it seems like they know somebody's gonna come.
And now they have control of the bomb. They just need to protect the bomb now, and...
They know it. They are rotating from B, and they know somebody's in window as well. So basically, this is the communication they have. They know they can't afford to...
Calimero just turned into a 4 versus 2. And he shoots his own teammate!
Okay, that communication is not present on the semi-pro teams. Calimero 3 HP, he manages to get 2.
And 14-8. Talos Alpha only needs to win 2 more rounds to get into the relegation for Division 2. 2 more rounds away from the relegation. This is tense right now.
I don't know what's happening in SEMIPROS team. They clearly have some miscommunication happening. This is really weird because they did so well in the first 3 rounds of this half.
Yeah.
And now everything.
But I think Talos has learned to counter the rushes,
wrong.
to do the retakes and counter the rushes. Mesh is a really good shot caller in terms of reading the enemy.
The way they knew somebody's gonna pick ramp, because they had that tactic 2 times in a row, and 2 times they died to someone flanking from ramp while they were paying attention to connector when they rushed. So now they had one watching from stairs ramp, and they got that. They got the bomb, and then they forced them to not have the flank, have only one angle into connector, plus there was a smoke. Now we're gonna see again a slow play from both of the teams. They are gonna check where Smith is, and
he was spotted because SEMIPROS really carefully checked the angle. A is clear, being retaken by Alpha quickly though. 3 vs 5 now.
The second kill.
Two vs 4 now. 1 vs 4. I think Ghost should save. He doesn't have much chances anymore. Gets 1 kill, and yeah, he's going towards B. Or mid.
I think he's gonna re-peek or not.
No.
I
Doesn't
thought
make
he's
much sense
changing
right
the
now.
angle, and he's gonna try to peek from connector to try to deal some casualties on
Talos' economy is still
side.
bad. Just losing that 1 gun would be bad for them.
Yeah, but they need to eco 2 times anyways. Because this is the round they lost after they won.
The gun can make a
In a
change
row.
though for them. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it can make such a big difference, especially when they are playing fast on connector again. They had 2 flanking from connector and 3 from ramp, and they are playing real fast. So unless he manages to get them before they actually get to site, then the AK is not gonna do that much, because like last round they are gonna get pushed, even in city.
Talos going for heavy mid control right now. They haven't been spotted yet. Preet spots him, spots the second,
The steps
and
are
Ghost is also
perfect.
spotted. That wasn't really successful for Talos Alpha.
Oh,
No,
well,
the AK
that's
is gonna
mostly because if you manage to see the way they played aggressive on mid, they pushed top mid before they get behind the boxes. Like Talos Alpha was playing passive, that's why they aggressed mid, because they knew people are gonna hold top mid from towards TV room. But the way SEMIPROS play on mid, they are playing aggressive, they are taking control, so pushing, it's rather difficult for Talos Alpha because they have to watch so many angles when they push.
Talos Alpha is pushing ramp.
We have
Well, at
a
the same
flank
time-
on mid, and then we have people flanking on A.
Ghost was able to get the kill with the deagle though. Calimero then shuts him down after that. With some lucky
this is
timing,
the
Dex
timing.
could get the kill.
This
No,
is
and
the
Dex gets the
timing.
kill.
This is some timing right there. But there's nothing much you can do with an USP and no armor.
Yeah, doing damage is right now the only thing really Talos Alpha can hope for. And they did at least some damage. Byron for Talos
14-11.
Alpha again, 2 more rounds till to win.
Yeah,
5 more
and
rounds
it's
for SEMIPROS.
14-11, and we have full buys from both of the teams.
Looks like
And it's gonna be a
SEMIPROS.
full rush.
2 kills by Smith.
Full rush on A ramp. No utilities. No. Not even a flash.
And Preet gets a refract.
It's a 3v2, and they are out on sandwich and default. This is just a weird way to play the game. Just rushing through a smoke, rushing fast, just...
Pretty goes for a plant now. And Talos is still very spread. Looks like Ghost is going for the flank over connector. Dex gets a frag on Preddy. CT was not held. Only Preet is left.
They have
Time
to
is
take
getting
the
short
info.
though.
They have to take the info faster.
Preet gets shut down and Talos gets around 15-11 for Talos.
This is such a sweet play. I was afraid that they, like, again, there's no reason because he picked too early from Tetris. He has just to delay. He picked too early, like it takes 5 seconds to defuse, just picking the last second and
Yeah, definitely.
kill the diffuser. Because then they wouldn't have had time at all. This is just weird. I think they got. They. Oh, goes with the smoke hit.
Again.
The info is taken from mid. They know they have mid control, and they are just capitalizing on that. They are just gonna hold now. It's a 5v3. They don't need to make anything rash. They can just sit back and hold angles.
Looks like they're trying to go for a B execute now. The bomb is in upper B.
Mash still tries to get the info around mid so they don't get flanked from jungle.
2 people are
short.
playing on B though, so it's gonna be hard for SEMIPROS to take B with only 2 people. Preddy is rotating though. You will take it with them. Might be a chance for them.
This is a fast B again.
Rotate
Unless
coming in from... Ooh, it's a fake.
Yeah,
it's the
rotate.
first fake we see from SEMIPROS now.
And I'm thinking they are gonna stick to it. But in a 3v5 it's really hard.
And the molly is coming out, stopping, slowing down the take of the site.
That's the problem with the rotations.
Ghost gets a frag on Preddy.
It's a 1v5.
Beta is the only one left.
Vita
Does he
is
get the
gonna
plant?
get the plant, and it's a 1v4.
That retake can't be failed by Talos Alpha now. He spots Smash. And Ghost gets the kill. That means Talos Alpha is in Division 2 relegation. Talos Alpha made it to Division 2 relegation now. There will be one more map, but it's safe. They are in Division 2 relegation.
Based on the fact that this was Talos Alpha's map, I expect to see the same kind of performance from SEMIPROS on their map, Inferno, which is next.
And we're back.
Welcome back.
That was an exciting game, really.
To be honest, the only like it was pretty balanced in the first half. Then it just spiraled down in the second half, like the second half of the second half. The problem is when you're doing a fast play, you don't need to overextend. When you're capitalizing on a site, you just need to secure the plant and then fall into positions that are easy to defend and easy to refrag from.
The enemies are conceding the second match.
They don't want to play it.
No, I just got a message from Ghost. They are conceding.
Oh. Well, I guess that's a way to.
They don't have a chance now
down.
for relegation, so they're conceding. Huh, that's interesting. I'm gonna ask Ghost now if he wants to do a short post-game interview then for only one map.
Fair enough. So yeah, what brought them down was greediness, to be honest. Especially, there was one last act of greediness and of bad calling in the last round, to be honest. When you are getting all kinds of utility out from the city side in B apps, and you step and you give the info that you're rotating towards A.
I'm going to move Ghost in now for a post-game interview. That was unfortunately a short game, but yeah.
Alright.
Buddy was
First of
moved to
all,
your channel.
congratulations for winning the spot into the relegation. It was a really fun game, especially the last round. How do you feel right now?
Yeah, thank you for congratulations. Well, we feel really relieved because yeah, we have been working hard to reach this goal. I mean, tracking really much, and we felt really good going into this match, and so we expected to win at least one map, and we expected that they would ban Mirage because we won the map versus Orclist there, and so we thought they would ban Mirage, but they left it open, so of course we picked it, and yeah, we were really confident going to this game, and paid off, I guess.
Do you think it would have been harder if you would have started with the Inferno game?
It's hard to say because I don't know how good they or how many setups they have and tactics, because on Mirage they played really puck style and they hadn't had that much tactics or anything, so I guess on Inferno they wouldn't be that prepared as well, but it's hard to say because Mirage and Inferno are both our main maps, so I think it would have been even, but I personally feel better on Mirage, so I think it helped at least me.
What was interesting, what I saw was that on Mirage, well, it was only one map, that they only played on T side really basic executes, maybe a smoke or a flash. Most of the time, it was kind of a rush straight from a book, and not much variance. It was not like that they really reacted to you. They just had a plan and went through with it.
Yes, well, we were a bit surprised how fast they played in the first rounds when we were CT, because they have been rushing connector really fast, and that caught us a bit off guard, but we adapted quickly to it, and yeah, that paid off, I think, because they had mid control every round basically, but they couldn't do anything with it, and we just went to the sides and could, yeah, kill them there. So yeah, everything paid off.
Okay, what I saw was that on the city side, you got really overwhelmed sometimes by their rushes. For example, when they just quickly got, the first time when they quickly got through the ramp and just went onto site without anything and just ran there. Was that something you did not at all expect them to do?
Well, no, I wouldn't say so, because our pistol round CT really push like two guys in underground. Wait, do you mean the pistol round or what round?
No,
do you mean?
the round where 5 of them pushed ramp.
Okay. Well, it's hard to say. I mean, we have been experienced to play against teams who play like this many times, so it wasn't like they totally caught us off guard. But we don't play that A heavy. We usually play A on retakes, so maybe our side player just got a bit off guard by the rushing Ts, and so we couldn't really play for retake, as they had as they just could entry our A player and get side really quickly, control, and yeah. So I think in this round it overwhelmed us and surprised us a bit, but generally we are not surprised by that kind of plays because we experience them often in pracs and so on.
I think that's it for me with the questions. Dexter, do you still have any? Dexter?
Right. I was thinking about a couple of rounds when basically they, in the second half, like in the first half, they had decent setups and they knew when they should aggress or when they should play passive. In the second round, we saw more aggression from them and somewhat not calculated. They ended up pushing A without any flashes, any smokes, any utility out, and it was a round that they pushed out through the smoke and they got like 2 of them insta died on ramp. Is it really that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it really depends on how you adapt to something?
Yeah, I think they tried to like counter our counter, because the first rounds they played really mid heavy and really fast towards mid, and so maybe they thought we would try to hold mid a bit more aggressively, or maybe go instantly 3 guys into mid and would play 1 on each side. And maybe they just try to counter that by just pushing really fast towards A, so they get our player off guard who's only on A. But we didn't really call something like that. We weren't calling like, okay, we should play mid a bit more aggressively. We were saying we play more defensively and let them take mid control and just play from sides. So maybe we were a bit lucky by doing that, because their counter against our expected counter didn't work in that case. But I think it was some kind of mind games we won in this round, in this particular round where they
Yeah.
just pushed a.
Yeah, I think as well, because it was definitely a mind game, especially after they rushed 3 times in connector and it paid off, winning them rounds, and then suddenly you were prepared. You had 1 person in triple box, 1 person on ticket boot, 1 person in window, and 1 short flanking them and shooting, crossfiring into connector, getting them mowed down. That was a tactic to, like, they were aware you got what they're doing and you had a plan for it, so they tried to switch it up, play aggressive and play fast, and it didn't pay off because you didn't really, you had those positions before, you just adapted so you could, in case you heard steps or aggressivity on mid, you could actually be in connector sustaining.
Yeah, right. I mean, I remember one round maybe it was a bit lucky for us when I had a top spawn for Palace Peak on A, and so I went there with my AWP, and that was the round I think where 2 of them died really fast to my to Smith, I think, on A side, and it was like perfect for us because they had like 3 versus 5 instantly. They got out A ramp but they were never expecting a player in Palace, so I could have 1 free kill, and we basically had like a 5v2 or 4v2 retake, I think. It was a bit close that round because I think it was a 2-on-1 in basically in the last. I think it was a 2-on-1 then. But yes, that was like a really key round because they were money broke, I think, after that, and yeah, it was a bit lucky that we played this kind of set and that they were rushing just through ramp there.
Basically, from what I saw, the problem with them was they would aggress into positions they shouldn't. They would aggress even they had the side, they had the bomb planted, and they would still be greedy and push and overextend, and that offered you a possibility to retake. There was a retake on A side. They had A side. It was a 5 versus 5 post plant. Like the bomb got down and it was a 5v5, and somehow one of them ended up in CT 1 versus 2 and he died, leaving them into a 5v4 with 2 players flanking from Palace. That's a situation that it shouldn't happen, like not at this level when you are trying to accomplish something and you have already the bomb. You need to keep in mind that you have an objective, and dying.
Another player was also extending on ramp. So
yeah, it's a bit difficult in this kind of situations because when you get A control that fast and it's a 5v5 retake, usually I think if the T's don't do anything, just go to ramp in Palace and play the post plant positions, I think CTs have an advantage when they have their equipment, because on A it's really easy to molly and smoke out the important positions and getting a defuse without even killing any of the terrorists. So yeah, there are situations where it's worth to try to push 1 choke point. So I think they were trying to push 1 choke point, like CT in this case, to get an advantage in the after plant. But they have executed it really badly because it was a really bad flash and it just was 1 player going through. So it wasn't.
Yeah, they didn't have the means to refrag, the means to have the angles and have the numbers to try and get control safely as possible.
Yes, right. I think it would have been a good move if they would have been pushing like with 2 or 3 guys. Then it would have been a good move. But just 1 guy
getting
pushing
the city control.
Yes, right.
So, yeah, because then it would have been 2 in Palace and 1 in connector towards jungle coming on a retake in maybe a 3v4 or a 3v3. But still, with 1 person in city, that's really hard for a city to retake.
Yep, right.
Okay. Yeah. Do you?
Anyway, I want you to tell you good luck further.
Thank you.
And you were great. Like the way you played and the way you had communication. It's really like you can see you are a strong team and you work together to accomplish your goals.
Yeah, thank you very, very much.
Do you still want to say anything, Ghost?
Well, want to now that we have achieved this one really important goal, I want to thank my team, of course, that they're really great guys, playing really well every time, supporting each other, and I want to thank to the organization who are like always supporting us, and we have everything we need, and so on. So it's a really good environment to play CS:GO in a team. So that's really, really nice to be in here.
I'm really glad for you guys that you got this goal. I was fearing the whole day towards this match. And was so fucking excited before the stream started. Yeah, I'm super glad right now. Thank you for this awesome game, and I wish you a great day. And yeah, have a
Best
good one.
luck.
Thank you very much. You too.
See you.
Bye bye.
Buddy left your channel.
Okay, yeah, that was a great game. I think we don't have anything to say or to show anymore, so it would be the best to end the stream now. Thanks everyone for watching. Tune in next time. It will be a while till the relegation starts. We'll let you know on Twitter and Instagram. So be sure to follow us on there. And yeah, see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.